So today I'm in the vineyards, and I wanted to give you a tour of this community because it's quite popular. You might be thinking, oh, it's got to be close to the beaches or it's brand new. But the fact is that the vineyards actually has some age to it, and it's a few miles inland from the beach. And yet, despite all those things, the vineyards is actually a quite appealing community for many reasons. And you also might be thinking, but Alysia, I'm not seeing any homes behind you. That's because I'm at the community park, which anchors the north end of the vineyards. So before we go too much further, let's just point out the elephant in the room. Yes, I am wearing a jacket today. It's pretty chilly out here, and there's a breeze going on. We're not even supposed to reach 70 degrees for a high today. That's pretty cool for Naples standards. If this is your first time to my channel, I'm Alysia Shivers. I'm your go-to Naples real estate agent. I've been servicing the areas of Naples, Bonita Springs, and Alysia for the last 12 years, and I'd love to help you meet your real estate goals here in Southwest Florida. All of my contact information is below. Please feel free to call, text, email at your convenience. I'd be happy to start your search here in the Naples area. Look, the Vineyards is not small by any means. It encompasses nearly 1,400 acres in total. And I think it's so popular because it caters to a lot of different price points, and it offers a lot of different home styles. And not only that, but this park that anchors the north end of the community, there's also a elementary school here on this end, and then on the south end, there's many conveniences. So it almost feels like an all-encompassing community. The other factor that makes Vineyards so appealing is that it offers a country club lifestyle, but you're not required to join the club. And in fact, it has two 18-hole golf courses running through the community, so you can actually live on the golf course, enjoy views of the golf course without actually having to be a member of the club. So before we get too far into it, let me just show you where Vineyards falls on the map of Naples so you get some orientation as to its location. Vineyards is nestled between Vanderbilt Beach Road on the north end and Pine Ridge Road on the south end. And you can see here on the map that it's literally just east of Interstate 75. What's nice is that the main boulevard that runs through the community connects Vanderbilt Beach Road on the north and Pine Ridge on the south, making it very convenient. And really, even though you may be concerned about road noise from the interstate, the fact is that all of the homes in the community are east of that main boulevard, and they've made a pretty good buffer between the interstate and where the homes actually begin. And the beaches really aren't all that far off either from the vineyards. You're at most about 5 miles in from the beaches. I think what people find the most attractive about the vineyards is that it really does have it all. Within its nearly 1,400 acres, there are 39 neighborhoods within the vineyards community. And there are approximately 2,800 doors in vineyards. And it offers every kind of housing style you can imagine. Everything from condos to villas to mid-rise and high-rise condos, townhomes, single-family homes, and even estate homes. Price points here do vary quite a bit, considering that every style of home is pretty much offered here within the vineyards. So on the lower end, you're probably looking at about $400,000 for a smaller condo, and it can go well up into the millions for a large size penthouse high-rise or single-family estate home. And every little subdivision within the vineyards offers its own kind of character and feel, if you will. So you'll find the place within the vineyards, if that's what you're targeting, that fits you best. The vineyards is manned by a 24-hour gate. In fact, there are 2 guardhouses, one on the south end closest to the Pine Ridge entrance, and one on the north end closer to the Vanderbilt Beach Road entrance. And there are also several gated communities off the main boulevard. The Vineyards has a lot of history to it. The land itself was purchased by the Bracaci family back in the 1960s, and they started developing their dream of homes here in the 1980s. In fact, the last subdivision that was built within the Vineyards wrapped up around 2018, 2019. It is now fully developed, and it's a very mature neighborhood. Like I mentioned before, the Vineyards is not small. And yet, even saying that, it doesn't feel overwhelming either. It's kind of like that nice Goldilocks kind of feel. And it's a great central location within Naples itself. You've got access to everything within Naples. Beaches aren't that far away. Downtown isn't that far away. Costco, Sam's Club, Target, Walmart, it's all available. If you are an outdoors enthusiast, you're going to really enjoy the vineyards because there are sidewalks, walking paths, bicycling paths throughout the entire community, even on the main boulevard. In fact, years ago, my husband and I used to drive up here, park in the Publix parking lot, throw on our rollerblades, and rollerblade the length of the boulevard and back. That was our younger days when we were a little more agile. And at the center of it all is a 70,000 square foot club that was recently just renovated. If you do choose to join the club, there's a couple of different dining options. There's a year-round social calendar with plenty of activities. There's bocce ball, there's a resort-style pool, there's a pro shop for golf, and there's also a pro shop for the racket center. They have 12 hard-true tennis courts, and yes, they do have pickleball. And there's also a 15,000 square foot wellness center and spa, which offers a lap pool and a fitness center. And in fact, the club is open to residents and non-residents of the vineyards. And what people really enjoy is that, like I mentioned before, the club is optional. If you're a golfer, if you want fitness, if you love tennis, all of that is totally your choice as to whether or not you actually become a member of the club. This community park here that I'm in offers a great alternative to the club itself. Everything here at this community park is open to the public. There are pavilions like what I'm sitting in right now where you can have a picnic with your family, or you can use one of the larger pavilions to have a birthday party. And the center itself, at the heart of the park, offers things like aerobics classes and art classes and more. There's even a small little water park area, if you will, for the little kids, which is nice. There's a playground area. There's a couple of ball fields. There's basketball courts. There's tennis courts here. Vineyards Elementary School is also up here on the north end. And then when you get down to the south end, you've got the public shopping center where there's also a Walgreens, and you also have Physicians Regional Hospital. There's many reasons why people want to live in the vineyards, not the least of which is the fact that obviously the club is optional. But there's so much to do here, and they've designed it so well. And it's a great central location within Naples itself. I mean, there really is almost no reason to leave the confines of the vineyards. Not only are you graced with the conveniences of Publix and Walgreens and the hospital and this great park, but there's restaurants up in that public shopping center. There are banks, dry cleaners, veterinary offices. I mean, really the only reason to leave is if you want to take a beach day. All of this combined makes the vineyards a very attractive community to live. And despite the fact that there's been a lot of new developments surrounding the vineyards over the years, and obviously new definitely has its own appeal, the vineyards continues to be popular.